easy to get into, bro.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
easy to get into.
Easy.
And that's what, and I tell people that all the time. Like when I always try to lift people up, like, because as we discussed, like we don't always know the opportunities that we have. Like it is free tech programs at pretty much every community college. Like you don't gotta go join the army. You don't gotta be outside. You ain't gotta be on the block, bro. You can go there for free.
Yep.
And get hired. And and a lot of them, like it's mandatory hire when you get finished with it. Mm-hmm. Like outside of South Carolina, like you can. I ain't nobody special, bro. Like it is something that is tangible for anybody with a brain in their head.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Man, it's your boy back again with another episode of Big Boss Talk, the podcast, man. Listen, I got another top tier guest, man. Dope dude, somebody I met through my wife. Just kind of been watching over the years. He popped up at the wedding, showed mad love. Man, it was a happy black great time. Like, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the Casamigos or what, but everybody was on one. And I really enjoyed it. But man, I really like watching this guy from afar, man. Obviously, I'm in Texas. He's in South Carolina. But just watching his work, watching his creative mind, the content that he's posting, the things that he's done so far, like, I really enjoy it. I really, as we get with the conversation, I want to dive into some of that and just kind of see, where some of that kind of comes from. But, foremost, let me introduce my guest, man. So I got Gerrod Jones, age 30, career job, IT systems engineer. College degree, he has a mass communications in broadcast journalism, and then he went to USC. So I got another Gamecock on the camera, man. Gerrod, say what's up to the podcast.
What's good, man? Big Boss Talk, man. Hey, I've been waiting, man.
Hey.
I've been looking at everybody else on Big Boss Talk. Like, when I'm gonna be on that? When I'm gonna be on it?
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here for sure.
Hey, man, I'm glad you hopped on, man, and definitely wanted to hop on, man. It means a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? It means a lot that people, want to show love and just hop on, and not only just, for the purpose of the podcast, but then also just be able to highlight some of the things that they do and give them a platform so other people can see, tap in and really enjoy the work and content that everybody is doing. And so it wouldn't be Big Boss Talk if we didn't do our signature 2 truths and a lie. So I need three solid statements. I'm trying to catch the lie. I can't even remember my record right now, but I know I'm up above 500. So I'm going to let you get it.
And I had mine prepared and I done forgot it. All right, 2 truths and a lie. 2 truths and a lie. All right. I graduated from high school with School of the Arts honors. I was in the state championship for 400-meter hurdles. Dang, I guess the third one is what killed everybody.
Yeah.
I got over 400. Oh, no. We're not gonna do that. Dang, man.
Yeah. I need it. It's taking
my
long.
My favorite, the greatest player of all time is Kobe Bryant.
Bro, that's
my truth.
So that's your truth, yeah. Bro, what's funny is I got a question I was gonna ask you after this. This man sit here and made that's your truth. All right, so look, you graduated. The first one you graduated with, you said arts.
School for the Arts.
School for the Arts honors in high school. Number 2, you were in the state. You say state championship for the 400 hurdles.
Correct.
Kobe Bryant is the greatest athlete or basketball player of all time. I gotta, me. I would have said the last one. That's a damn lie. But I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna say that's your truth. It's between 400 hurdles and School of Arts. I mean, you gifted. I mean, as far as like musically, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. You got a strong, love for music. I see the, obviously the vinyl. Obviously you didn't put, you put IT systems engineer. I thought you was gonna say, artist, because you do music. You know what I'm saying? Midnight City Volume One. You know what I mean?
Volume
So
2 October.
yeah. So dang, I don't know, man. I'm gonna say the 400 hurdles. That's a lie. I ain't know you ran track, but I'm gonna say that's the lie.
Yeah, that's the lie. I went to lower state. I got hurt at lower state, so I ain't make it to state.
Okay, bet. Who you ran track for?
Ridgeview.
Ridgeview. Okay, bet. Y'all ain't never come to Rock Hill or nothing for the Trojan relay?
We raced Rock Hill a couple of times, but I think they came to us.
Came to y'all. Okay, gotcha.
And we went to Lancaster. We went out to Lancaster.
Oh yeah.
And the boys, we whooped them so bad they started shooting at the bus.
Oh yeah, that's that's Pistol City right there. Lancaster, they be tripping.
The boys started shooting at the bus. We whooped them so bad. That was crazy.
Bet. So all right, so talk to me about the first one though. Like, how did you, what did you have to do to, graduate with those honors? What was all involved? Was it just like, you was a go-getter in high school as far as like the educational piece? I just want to know how that, what that all includes.
So my mama is an English teacher. My mama got a doctorate. So
okay.
She gonna you gotta be in something in the family. You gotta do something.
Yeah.
So she was in band and she wanted me to be in band. I was in band up until high school, and then I was like, I don't wanna do it no more. Like, I ain't trying to be out on the field or whatever. Gotcha. I love music, but I wasn't trying to. The thing about art is like it's hard for like people telling you what to do. Like, so I had to transition into something. So like you gotta take a test. Like they make you. I went in for visual arts.
Yep.
And I got in like that summer after 8th grade. Like you put an application and like they sit you in a room and they like draw this.
Oh, that's crazy.
Right. They do a still life of this, and like you drawing and you like, damn, is this good enough? Like you don't know what the scale is. You don't know nothing. But I ended up getting in, and you got to do it all 4 years. And the crazy part is you can't just take what you in for. So you got to take music. You got to take drama. You got to be in 2 plays. You got to do an internship. So that was the program. I ended up not liking that like that either. But
you didn't. So cool. You didn't like it, or you did like it?
I actually like the other stuff, but I didn't like again, people telling you what to do. Like if you most of the class all year, draw this. We want you to do this.
Versus drawing what you want to draw.
Right. And art is mainly to interpretation. So like one time they was like we want you to do a pastel of something transforming. And I did one of me turn into a werewolf, and she was like, that's not what we meant. That's not what we meant. We want you to start over. No, I'm not starting over. That's a transformation.
Yeah.
But and you dealing with people that's a different color, so they don't really know how to deal with us. It wasn't a lot of us in the program. Yeah. I was actually it was actually something I used to hide, like when I was in plays and stuff. Like I would go from the play practice to track practice.
Yeah.
And like, where you was at? And I don't want nobody to pull up to the play.
Hey.
But nah, that's what that was though.
That's what's up. I mean, I guess as far as like the criteria on how you even got into it, like, hey, just draw us a picture. Like they ain't give you no criteria, no nothing. That's almost on some selecting the avatar type stuff. Like I need you to
right.
I need you to select these and see if you the avatar. And like it's crazy, but I did in middle school. I ain't really not in high school or nothing like that. But in middle school, I did do drama, and I wasn't really. I guess I don't know. I wasn't a fan of drama. I guess it was just the type of plays they was wanting us to do, like the Romeo Juliets and all that type of stuff. Like I really didn't rock with it. I didn't even like it, you know what I'm saying? Even though the people I was in class with, they was deeply in love with just the backstory and the history of Romeo and Juliet. I'm like, man, give me something different. Like, I want to be funny. I want to be, crazy. Just give me something different. So definitely understand as far as like just not having a lot of us in those particular classes and just not people not understanding how we interpretate things in our mind. Because when you tell, like you said, when you say transformation, like, shoot, I turned myself into a werewolf. That's a transformation in itself.
What else you want? What else you want from me? What else you want from me? And I ain't starting over. And my mama said I ain't got to start over. So.
Exactly. So, and then your last one was Kobe Bryant is the greatest athlete of all time. R.P. Kobe Bryant. Gotta throw that out there. Kobe Bryant is definitely a GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Greatest of, one of the greatest of all time. What made you become a fan of Kobe Bryant, man?
Well, so every sport I'm a fan of, my pops was a fan of. So I was born into whatever. My pops was a Lakers fan, so I was the Lakers fan. Yeah. Like I was cheering for Jordan, and I was going to see Space Jam, but I always been a Lakers fan.
Gotcha.
So when I started understanding basketball, that's who was there. So that's what and bro ambition, like the outside of basketball, he just was somebody that helped push me to do other stuff. So
for sure, man. Yeah, that's respectable, man. Like I ain't here to. We ain't gonna talk about Kobe.
No, we ain't gotta do it. We ain't gotta talk about it.
But I do respect Kobe. You know what I'm saying? As far as the game, like his mentality, you cannot knock what he's done for the game of basketball, what he's done for the city of LA. I just always gotta ask, Laker fan, because just ask, why you like Kobe? Because some people ask me, why I like LeBron or X, Y, and Z. But it is what it is. But before we start, I got some questions for you. I call them hot picks. So I need you to, just be able to answer these, probably about 10 seconds or less, 15 seconds or less. And it's stuff just pertaining to, things that I looked up, things that I researched as far as, or just really no research. I just asked Maya. But just just things that I looked up. So give me your top 3 favorite artists that you listen to personally.
That I listen to personally, Andre 3000, Kanye West, Kendrick Lamar.
Wow. So you love that documentary, that Kanye West?
I do. It's certain stuff, bro. It just pushed me. Like it made me gotta get up out of my seat. Like, bro, I gotta do more, bro. I gotta go harder, bro. And that's how that make me feel, man. So
it did the same thing.
I watched each episode like 3 times as they came out. Like,
yeah, it's that good. Like the first 2 is probably by far the best. And I just love the fact that, he was walking in the Rockefeller and, like, playing his music. Like, they wasn't even paying him attention, but he was playing it, rapping.
Right. And not caring, bro. I ain't got that. Like, I care.
Yeah, I care.
I care. So to watch him just, go in there, I'm going to play this 15 times, whether they like it or not, When I drive Midnight City, I was waiting at the barbershop. I was waiting in the car, and there was another dude at the car. Like, hey, bro, listen to my tape. And bro, listen to like the first song, and then he started listening to something else. And I said, well, his loss. I ain't about to say nothing else about it.
Facts. I mean, I don't know, man. It's something about, like I said, that documentary, like that one in itself, to be able to, I didn't even know somebody was recording all that, you know what I'm saying, up until now. Like, just to have Cootie, recording his journey, like, that's so dope to me just in itself.
And what a vision for Cootie to have.
Right.
What a vision for him to have.
And then the amount of, I guess, confidence that Kanye had that knew he was gonna make it. I'm gonna need you, bro, because I'm gonna make it no matter what.
Right.
I think that's super dope. All right, so when you in the studio, right? Top 3 essentials you must have in the studio when you making music.
Top 3 essentials. I don't like a lot of people around.
Okay.
That's kind of like the reverse essential, but like I don't like, I be feeling weird making music because a lot of the times I be trying to make something that don't already exist. You know, not saying that I don't sound like nobody else or nothing, or like I don't pull from other artists, but it when you trying something new, you know, it might not sound how you want it to sound, and I don't want these extra people here to be like, oh, what he did there doing, I ain't like it either, fool. You know, we gonna try, I ain't need your extra comments.
Yeah.
So definitely, not a lot of people. The aesthetics just got to be right. Like the people there. My third one is the people there. They got to be in the right spot too. You know, a lot of the times I actually record right here.
Okay.
And I'll send the stems off to somebody else. I have a hard time. Music got a lot of moving pieces if you don't know how to do everything by yourself. So I can record myself, but I don't know how to mix or engineer nothing yet.
Yeah.
So, you know, you gotta deal with other people, and you know, it can be frustrating, you know, if you're trying to make music and you know, let's take a shot, let's smoke, you know, let's do, and you can do those things, but let's stick to the task.
Yeah.
I seen Wayne say that he makes like 50 songs a session when he go. That's crazy. You can't do that if everybody playing.
Right.
You know?
There's no way you can do that.
Yeah, you can't do that if everybody playing. You know, everybody want to do something else. You know.
Gotcha.
So, aesthetic. Not a lot of people. Everybody got to be in the right minds. If everybody ain't locked in, I'm going back home because I can record at the crib.
Okay.
So,
bet I like that. I mean, I think as a I don't know. You a Pisces, right?
I am. Absolutely.
I'm a Pisces too, and I kind of resonate with some of the stuff that you were saying as far as like when you trying something new, you don't want everybody like. You know what I'm saying? Like we know when stuff probably ain't working or it ain't gonna click.
Right.
To add the extra commentary from people that, you know what I'm saying? Like you already like, and this is something that I like to do. Like this is a part of my dream. So your commentary is negatively impacting what I'm trying to do or what I'm trying to accomplish. And I think you on the right. I mean, seeing like you doing the right thing as far as like having the right people in the studio, because you know you got to have the right people around you to help cultivate what you got going on. Because you know. They, you know, you and the right people around you, they may see the vision, and it takes just like that boost. You know what I'm saying? You know, once you create something and you put it out there, it may take that boost from other people. They may not see it at first, but it's like it's there. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be confident in what you put out, and really just say, you know, it came from the heart at that. You know what I'm saying?
And it do. If nothing else.
Yeah, if nothing else, it come from the heart. And then my last question, because you already talked about my third question, because I was going to say Michael or Kobe, but we already know that's Kobe. What's your top 3 pair of J's?
Okay. Top 3 pair of J's. I'm going to go, ooh.
Top 3.
All right, so.
Top 3.
I gotta put a disclaimer on this, because like it is so against me or what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Because I hate new colorways. And me, Jalen, and Jakar was talking about this.
Okay.
But I love the Mocha one. I love that shoe, bro.
Hey, that's in the closet.
I love that shoe. And I'm putting it number 1.
That's the
I wear it every day. I'm about to get another pair just because I don't care what it costs. Yeah. It go with everything, like all the colors that I be rocking, whatever. It go with them. Go with them. It's the perfect shoe to me.
It is. It is the perfect shoe.
I'll probably go Black Cement 3, number 2. And I'm gonna go Playoff 12. I love that Playoff 12.
That's a hard run. That's a hard lineup right there. I think the Mocha one you really can't beat, like that brown cream and that black.
I love it, bro.
Man, it's a sweet shoe.
And when I like something, I run into the ground. I dog it.
Dog them. Dog them. Okay, that's what's up. Well, we appreciate that, man, going through the hot picks, man. I try to ask a little bit of questions just so people can get a chance to know you and what you all about. But, you know, the podcast is definitely educational, bro. Like, you know, I try to stay in my lane as far as, like, you know, what I'm trying to get done or the focus of what we're trying to get done. And all that is just exposing people to different careers, exposing people to different lifestyles, other than the ones that, we grow up, in our natural habitat,
Right.
As far as
Right.
like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Just things that you can
I
fall
do.
into. And so what did you want to be, growing up, in the beginning, Like what did doctor, lawyers,
Nah, so
sports?
it's crazy. It's crazy because in the beginning, I wanted to be an artist. Like that was the first thing I ever wanted to be. And I wasn't into music yet or nothing.
Yeah.
But I used to paint all the time. I used to draw all the time. I was the only child. My sister's 16. I'm 30. So
Makes sense.
you know,
Yeah.
The first thing I ever wanted to be was an artist, and people get on, oh, you don't want to be a doctor, you don't want to be a lawyer,
Yeah.
So eventually, the influence of the world like pushed me to do other things, but that's always from the beginning where my heart, being creative and doing creative stuff has always been where my heart's been at.
Got you. When you look at it, like just fast forward to where we at now in 2022, do you regret not following your gut as far as like being an artist, or do you say, okay, I obviously we understand where those people are coming from, like maybe parents, uncles, telling us certain things, and it's really related to how you gonna make a living out here, money, all that good stuff. But do you regret not saying I want to go full fledged into the art?
I don't want to say I regret it. I regret stopping. I think often people feel like they can only do one thing. Like my daughter says she want to play guitar when she get old, and I'm like, okay, but go to school too, though. You can go to school and play guitar.
Yep.
Ain't nobody never told me that.
Gotcha.
You got to do this. My mama got a doctorate. My granddaddy got a doctorate. My grandma is a principal. Everybody in my daddy's side, the countryside, and everybody on my mama's side went to school. So if you don't do nothing to be a part of the family, you gotta go to school. You ain't got no choice but to go to school. You can't sit at the table.
Man.
So and it's tough because I never cared about going to school. Like my grades wasn't good in high school. Never gave a damn, and I felt like life was like passing me by. I went to Tech out of high school. I didn't go to USC off the jump, and I went to Tech for 2 years. And all my friends was at State, and they was at USC, and I was just kind of like, dang, what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I was making music then, but technology wasn't how it is now. You can put something on DAT Piff or live mixtapes or something, but you couldn't just go stream a song. So, at best you could just send somebody an MP3 and have them rock out to that. And I just kind of felt like life was passing me by, and I was like, I got to do something.
Yeah.
And so I was going to transfer to State, and one day I went to USC just, on some BS. And I'm like, dang, this kind of lit, bro. They got joints out here. Like, I'm from Columbia, and most people from Columbia, like, I had never been to USC campus before.
Word.
Like that ain't something that we just be doing. That wasn't nothing that I was exposed to or nothing. You know, that's the other side of town. That's 30 minutes away. We don't be going over there like that. So I got there and I was like, dang, this crazy. I gotta be here. So
that's a fact.
I transferred that summer. Like I went to admissions and they told me what I needed to do, and I transferred that summer. And I am super appreciative for my experience at USC, and I don't regret it at all. I just wish I knew that I could do more than one thing, and I would have been making music and doing other stuff while I was in school. But I didn't.
Right.
I didn't feel like I could do two things at once. I didn't feel like I could be successful at two things at once.
Got you. And that you feel like that was just all more like your mental, just because obviously, like you said, you wasn't exposed or nobody told you could do, two things at once. So it just kind of, it never really was a thought of like, well, I'm in school, so let me focus on school. But you also still got this craving for music, and you're not fulfilling that craving of music, at the same time. So I guess, it was just more the mindset of just not knowing that you could do both.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what's up. And so going from, obviously you talked about, when you graduated high school, you did Tech for 2 years and you had this feeling of, life passing you by. what are your thoughts on, tech now? You know what I'm saying? Like, why did you feel like life was passing you by? Is it because you saw your friends at other colleges? Maybe they were having a good time, what you might have been seeing on social media. But a lot of people that I talk to on the podcast will say, obviously, if you don't necessarily know what you want to do, you should try out a tech school because it's cheaper. You're not, going into huge amounts of debt, right? Why did you feel like that, in tech? Did you know just personally that you probably wasn't living to your fullest potential at that moment in time?
Yeah, tech definitely was. Actually, in reality, it's a feeling that I deal with a lot. At the time I didn't know that, but I just always feel like I could be doing more. Like I ain't doing as much as I like. I don't like sitting on the couch too long. Like I'll go water the grass. I'll go plant a plant. Like I just feel like I be having to be productive, and I wasn't being productive at tech. I was with the same people I was getting in trouble with in high school. Right. It just was a bad environment for me at the time. It's nothing wrong with tech. And actually, after I graduated, I went back to tech, and that's how I got into IT. So, okay. Ain't nothing wrong with tech at all. And actually, in reality, I owe less student loans than a lot of people because I went to tech and I didn't have to take all the classes at a 4-year college like most people do. So I don't knock tech at all. Like if you don't know what you're doing, go to tech. If you don't have no plan, I also think that Black people not even us, like the generation before us, do a bad job at telling people that you gotta go to school, you gotta go to college, you gotta go to college. Yes. You get there and you wasting money because you ain't got no plan. If you don't know what you want to do, if you ain't got no passion to be in something particular, go to tech for sure. Go to tech.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think we've been pushed to go to school. The typical go to school, get good grades, and then you'll get a good job. But we know now that's a lie. You know what I'm saying? As far as like going to school,
for sure, it's a lie.
Because you could go to school, but that don't mean you're gonna get a good job. Because I done seen so many people with bro. We got the same degree, mass communications, broadcast journalism. I ain't did nothing within, as far as sales, that's communication, but we talk about broadcast journalism. I'm not a journalist. I'm none of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I went to school for this, but I'm out here doing something way totally different. So it's like,
but you kind of are though.
Okay. Now, now full circle, a full circle moment. Okay, it's starting to kind of make sense. But
that's how I try to look at it for me. That's how I try to look at it for me. Because I don't do nothing in regards to journalism. I worked at the news station.
Okay.
While I was in college, I worked at WLTX 2 years.
Oh, that's dope.
And I ain't like it like that. And they wasn't paying like that. After I graduated, I think as an intern I was getting paid $10 an hour, which is great while you're in school. Yeah. And then I graduated, and they was like, "Oh yeah, we gonna put you on as photo. We want you to be a cameraman because you get crazy shots. Mm-hmm. We'll give you $11.50 an hour." And I'm like, "Bro, and I got a daughter, so that, bro, I got to pay for daycare, bro. Like that ain't gonna be it." So I was a assistant manager at Foot Locker. Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna just rock out with that, and that's when I went back to tech and I took a boot camp for IT.
Okay.
And that's how I got on with that. But even with like the drone stuff and the YouTube stuff, and even with just like recording music, editing music, like I like to think that the exposure that journalism put me on and the software and the tools that we use, made it easier for me to transition into the creative stuff that we be doing now. So I don't think of it like it was a waste of time,
Yeah. But when you put it like that, it makes sense. It when you talk about the software, because I was definitely exposed to Macs. Like I never had a Mac, an Apple computer, none of that. I didn't know what Final Cut Pro was.
Right.
Or Adobe. I never had any relationship with those systems. So you are right. I'm using it, I guess, to my own benefit. In a sense, it's not like I'm getting paid to do most of this stuff, but it's just for my own benefit, taking the knowledge and tools to be able to apply it to what I currently like to do. But you did touch on something that what's crazy is I struggle with too, and as far as like the productivity, you said you always feel like it's something that you could be doing more that you could be doing, day to day. You know what I'm saying? If you sitting on the couch isn't it for you? If you feel like you're sitting on the couch too long, you got to pick yourself up. Let me go, water the plants or just do something. And for me, I feel the exact same way. I'm not a plant guy or anything like that, but it's just like I feel like I always need to indulge in what I'm doing right at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like if I want this podcast to pop, it's like I need to be working 24/7 to try to get this thing to pop. Like that's just how I feel. And if it's not related to the podcast, I shut off a lot of just different things and relationships and like don't talk to me about nothing else. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't dealing with this. So, why you feel like you deal with that is that, or like why you think we deal with stuff like that, as far as that feeling.
I just, I don't know if I got the answer necessarily, but to be honest, I feel like I'm right. Like, I can be doing more, even, another reason I like Kobe, job's not done. Job's not done. We caught the crib in January and like, I wasn't like, and like my wife was like, you need to be like like this is the time for us to be like celebrating. I'm like, job's not done. Like, we gotta, it's more to be done. Like, we gotta renovate. We gotta start doing stuff. I just never, I could be doing more and I can be doing more. Yeah. I can be doing more. Like, I can be doing more.
Do you relax? Do you relax
at
all?
For sure. Like, but it won't be some days like I might, not often, but like some days like I just need a me day. Like I'll take off of work. Like I'll just some days I feel like overwhelmed, like I don't push myself too far and I'm sitting here and watch Disney Plus all day. And I won't talk to nobody. Yeah. And by the time Carson get out of school and they get off of work and all right, I'm back, let's do this. But I do honestly feel like I could be doing more. I could always be doing more. Let's book some drone stuff. Let's make some music. Let's cut the grass. Carson, what you need to be doing? Oh, let's go practice basketball. What I can do for you? Let's go to time. My father passed away in 2012, and time just is a limited thing for me. Yeah. So, I just be feeling like, I gotta do stuff while I'm here.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. I mean, sorry, condolences, but I think a situation like that would definitely show you that time is, sometimes not on our side. And so you want to make the best out of the time that you have because you got a daughter now. You know what I'm saying? Right. And you know how it feels to, be without. And so you don't want to be, you don't want your daughter to feel that or go through that. And so I can definitely understand how that traumatic event, inflames your emotions and your actions every single day to make you think how you think and to see how you're wired. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, just in this short conversation, I see that you're wired differently than a lot of different people. You know what I'm saying? Always thinking about, the job is not done. A lot of people are not wired like that. Just like, most time when you, like you said, you bought the house, most people celebrating like, oh, we just got a crib, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. But it's like, oh no, let's renovate. How can we set ourselves up, for the future to be, a little bit better. So I think thinking like that is super dope. I do want to talk about, before we get into the IT systems engineer, I want to talk about where did the Soda City drone, where did that idea come from? Like, you know what I'm saying? The drone is hard. Like the camera, the 360, like, I mean, it's hard. Like, where did the idea come from? Or is that just something you do in your spare time? Or, what do you want to come out of that?
So all right, so it all tie in. But I'll tell you how it started. My bro Chandler had a drone, who you should look into for another podcast. Okay. But he was flying his drone. He a tech dude too, so he don't hold on to nothing too long. If something new come out, he might. So I ended up buying his old drone, and I had a hard time flying it, but once I figured it out, I really enjoyed it. And as an artist, something I hate is being on other people's time. Hey, let's try to shoot this. Hey, let's try to shoot that. We doing this today, and you can't really be mad at people for having something to do, even if it is some BS. So I can record myself on the drone.
Yeah,
I don't need you no more. I can record myself on the 360 camera. Now, after I got good with that drone, I went and booted up and got the big boy drone.
Okay.
And I was like, now I'm gonna try to do more with it. Job's not done.
Yep.
So let's try to get enough content to where other people are interested in having you record them.
Okay.
So that's how Soda City Drone started. But the basis of it started because I'm tired of waiting on people. So I can drop a song. I can go out, I can record on the drone, I can put out a visualizer for the song. You can get on YouTube and look at it right then. I don't need nobody else. I don't need nobody. All the promotion for Midnight City, everything I did and edited by myself. Any flyer or photo or whatever, I did all that on my own. I'm not waiting for nobody, and I probably ain't paying nobody either.
Yeah.
So, and I wanna tell you, thank you, bro, because you. Big Bosstalk is for sure what made me want to be more consistent on YouTube and make sure I'm putting out content. I said, boy, my boy be cranking it out, boy. Yeah, let me see what I got. Let me put something else out too. Yeah. He working. I can work. I need to work too. He working. I need to be working. So you definitely, and I know you didn't even know it, but definitely push me and I definitely be watching what you be doing and how you promote Big Boss Talk and how you be doing. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I like how you did that. I like how you did that.
Man,
yeah.
Thank you, bro. You know what's crazy? I never take that. I'm humbled, that you even said that, bro, because, the same thing, what made it motivated you, like I copy other people, you know what I'm saying? Like it kind of all trickles down, but, the biggest thing, hearing what you do, like knowing that it's a one band show sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like you doing most of the work. And I think with this podcast and, people listening to this, like when they understand the creativity, the hard work, it's all you. Like sometimes I think people look at creators and think it's easy. Like it just come naturally. And it's a lot of work, like especially when you working a job.
Work, bro.
Like, bro, you working a job, you tired from the job, then you got to come spend times editing, getting the content recorded. And in your mind, you just gotta, how do I want to present this? How do I want this to come out? And I think you own to something as far as like with when you talked about the Soda City Drone, is like my man can really record his own content. He come out with a new mixer, new song, drop that thing on TikTok. Who knows? The video could blow just off the content alone. But what else getting the plays is the song. Then they gonna want to know where that music come from. Who made that? And so now that's getting more exposure behind you. So it's like the mindset or the just the how you thinking or how you wanting to do it, I think is the dopest idea ever. What I found out for me, because I've done a lot of different things. As far as just trying to make it, trying to be successful. Like people may have whatever they want to say about me, but it all came from a good place of me just trying to be successful, to make a name for myself. And I think now that I found something that I really like, a passion behind it, and it's just it's something that I always wanted somebody to be for me. So it's like I'm trying to figure out where I was going with this, but it's just the fact that you continue to put out the product. Oh, what I was gonna say is don't quit. Even when you get pissed, like even when you feel like nobody's seeing it, nobody viewing it, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't quit, bro.
I'm sensitive, bro.
Hey,
I get the feeling away, bro. Like if I work hard on something and and it be your own people too. Like you might drop a link in the group. If you in a group of 12 people and you sent the link and you got 8 likes, whoa, who ain't holding me down? Who ain't holding me down? Like I get offensive. I get offended, bro. I'm sensitive, bro. But watching other people, I have learned that consistency is the most important thing that you can do as a creator. Like, you You can't care. And that's that Kanye. You can't care. Just keep doing it. And if I had an M, I still would be, flying a drone around and making music or whatever. So it don't hurt me to put that content out, but I do be mad when somebody don't watch.
Yeah, like it get to you, man. And somebody one person that taught me, like, not like, even if they don't rock with it, and sometimes it used to hurt my feelings. My own girl, I put some, like, to be honest, like, and sometimes I'd be like, why you don't rock with me, man? Like, I really put my all, but I think sometimes she challenges me to think outside the box, like, to be more creative, like, maybe, and sometimes I have to step outside of my artwork. Like, I know I put my all into it. I know I did everything I could to make this as a great product or a great vision, and she might be like, it's all right.
What you mean?
Yeah, like, what you mean it's all right? I put everything I had in this bad boy. But, like, I know it's not ill will. You know what I'm saying? In a
Absolutely.
sense. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, I know
it's constructive criticism.
Right. And so it's hard.
Maybe it's a Pisces thing.
It's hard for me to take it, though. It's hard to take that criticism.
Nah, I feel that. Yeah. I don't even as far as the music goes, and mine definitely be pushing me to like my new tape is gonna be called the Greenhouse tape. I plan on dropping it around next month. Yeah. But it's totally different than Midnight City. I love Midnight City. Midnight City is a child of mine. Yeah. But Midnight City is very much a mix between what I like and what I feel like people would like. Right. And Greenhouse is what I like. And, like, I've been had Greenhouse, but I'm like, I don't know if people gonna like what I like. Yeah. I know what people like, and this ain't that. Right. This ain't money bag.
It's time for you to shake the room, though.
Right. But it's coming. It's coming. You can't care. You gotta go in Def Jam. You gotta play it 15 times. Regardless. You gotta put that podcast up either way.
Either way, it don't matter. So cool, man. I think we both, like I say, similar in a lot of different ways. Just hearing you talk and just seeing the things that you do, like, it's mad crazy. But we obviously, you was working at Foot Locker. During the time of Foot Locker, you going to tech, you wanted to get into this IT thing. What made you say you wanted to go into tech? And then also going into tech, what is it that you do now currently on a day-to-day basis?
All right, so I've always wanted to be in tech. I just, again, you don't really know what's available for you. Like, I didn't know what IT was till, like, maybe my sophomore, junior year of college. And then, like, but then you like, damn, do I change majors? That's, you gonna be in school 2 more years. Like, right. I know I'm not trying to be in school 2 more years. But even, mass communication, you do a lot of computer stuff. Like, you got to deal with a lot of computer stuff, a lot of software, a lot of stuff. So, I felt like it would be an easy transition to me. So I took those classes, and I also knew it was paying. Journalism was not paying. I think, in South Carolina, you might get 30 if you're a reporter off the jump, And when you a sophomore in college, 30, 35 don't sound that bad because you got 0. Right. But, once you start getting bills, and, me, myself, I've always paid my own rent, and I've always taken care of my child. At a certain point, I knew, shit gonna be tight with 30K.
Ain't gonna cut.
Right. And not saying 30K is nothing. If whoever getting 30K, it ain't nothing to be mad at. We've been doing worse. We've done a lot more with less than that. Yeah. So, but job's not done. What else? Let's turn this up. What else can we do with this? So, yeah. I walked in tech and trying to do IT, and there's we got a free boot camp. Mm-hmm. It's 4 months. It's 8 hours a day though. Right. And so I did that. I did that for the summer, and whew, like I ain't know what they was talking about, bro. Like,
Speaking Japanese in there.
yeah, bro. Like, and I finished the program, and I was further. I knew more than what I did when I started, and still in Foot Locker. Still working doubles. I just knew this ain't it. When you doing something, you know that this ain't it. Like it'll push you to try a lot of stuff.
Ain't no worse feeling. It's a bad feeling.
This ain't gonna be it. You get paid and you at zero as soon as you pay for everything. Like this ain't it. I was at my mama house. I got friends. They got good jobs. Like they getting paid. Like I ain't got nothing. Like
yeah, pissed.
So my job that I'm at now, I met a guy. He was like, "Oh, well, you want to be in the IT? I can get you on. I can get you an interview at a help desk position. It sucks, but it's a foot in the door,
right?
And me personally, if you let me put my foot in the door, I'm gonna tear it off. I often have a hard time getting my foot in the door, but once my foot in the door, I ain't got no words.
Yeah.
So I got the interview. I got the second interview. I got the job. They retrained me, and that was hellacious. And I just knew they was gonna fire me. I just knew they was gonna fire me. It was a hard first month.
Yeah.
But now I'm pretty much over the help desk, and I do, I'm pretty much like the maintenance man, bro. Like if something tech broke, I go fix it. If your computer broke, I fix it. I deal with a lot of access stuff, giving people access to stuff, and a lot of mobile device stuff, and a lot of software stuff. Like it's a long list, bro.
Yeah, important though. I work with people that do your job as far as like, because with the Verizon, like I just help businesses in Houston, as far as like devices, whether it's phones, desk phones, jetpacks, just internet devices. So like I gotta talk to people like you to figure out what y'all need, you know what I'm saying? And vice versa, you know what I'm saying? You'll contact me like, look, bro, I need this amount of here over here. Like, okay, bet, I got you done. Yeah.
I need to plug. We need some hotspots. We need some VPNs. Stuff like that. Yeah. So it definitely ain't my passion or nothing. But you ain't got to do one thing.
Right. It's also it's a stepping stone too.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I think that's cool, man, as far as like how you was able to get into the door, just being able off of a contact, off of a relationship, because a lot of times we sit here and apply on LinkedIn all day and don't hear nothing back. Like LinkedIn to me is a waste of time. Like to be honest, like
some people, are
successful,
go crazy on LinkedIn. Not me, bro. And on God, I was like going around like shopping myself. Like I'm in Columbia. I'm going to the state newspaper. I'm going to oh, bro, I just graduated. Here's my resume. We'll get back to you. Oh, they give you an interview. Oh, this is depressing, bro. It's depressing, bro.
Depressing. Man, hey. But don't worry about it. But like you said, you can do two things at once. Sometimes for me, I try to play, always kind of, for me, I always knew that I knew I had, the main thing gonna always be the main thing, which to me is like, that's the job that's bringing in the most money. Like, as long as I need to perform here, bring that in, then I can go over here and do my little side thing. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I get so focused on the, on my, and it's not really a side project. It's really the main thing that I want to focus on. I get so focused over here that I accidentally be great at the job. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not even, I'm not trying none of that, but I just am good at what I do over here. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, bump y'all. Like at the end of the day, I don't care nothing about this. I'm over here with it.
And it took me a long. That's something that I just grabbed recently, like 2022. Like, I feel like I was bending over backwards for my job, last year. And they don't treat me bad or nothing. I'm not talking bad about them, but if people will do what you let them do. So
Right.
you know, if people know that they can stretch you, they gonna stretch you.
Yep.
And I was, bro, this year I ain't stretching no more, bro. Like I'm using my days that I got, like, you know, whatever,
Yeah.
you know. I do not care. You know, I do not
Facts.
care. You know, today drone day, whether y'all like it or not.
Facts. Hey man, I do want to ask you a question before we go, man. It's been a great conversation. Like I said, I learned a lot. I think a lot of people are going to learn a lot just about you in general, bro. Like not necessarily, you know, IT systems engineer. Like I think that's cool. I think we gave people a perspective like, hey, this is something that you can do. Like if you like tech, you know, you like dealing,
It's
you know,
easy to get into,
you know
bro.
what I'm
It's
saying?
easy
Like,
to get into. And
easy.
that's what, and I tell people that all the time. Like when I always try to lift people up, like, you know, because as we discussed, like we don't always know the opportunities that we have. Like it is free tech programs at pretty much every community college. Like you don't gotta go join the army. You don't gotta be outside. You ain't gotta be on the block, bro. You can go there for free
Yep.
and
For
get
real.
hired. And you know, and a lot of them, like it's mandatory hire when you get finished with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like outside of South Carolina, like you can. I ain't nobody special, bro. Like it is something that is tangible for anybody with a brain in their head.
Right, and I mean, that's the biggest thing. Like people look at somebody like yourself, or you know, a lot of the guests that I have on here, and they think that you know they gotta be these people specifically. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing. To be honest, it's nothing special about any of us. You know, at the end of the day, like I think obviously we all got something built in us eternally that keep us driving, keep us going. I think that's the separator. But as far as like just you know, can this person talk better than me? You know, it's nothing really that's
Right?
separating
No.
everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I hope when people listen to this that they can see themselves in people like you or people, you know, people that other people that I sat down with and say, hey, you know, we not special. We just chose to stay focused, not get caught up in, not get tricked out of in a situation. You know, just you know what I'm saying. Like, don't get caught up in the hype. That's all I can, you know, that's all I
Yeah,
can say. So
yeah, I agree.
that's what's up. And then, but my question I was gonna ask you is, being a, you know, a father at a young age, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like knowing that not only are you dealing with stuff personally yourself, still being young, but then you also have to be a caregiver and take care of your daughter as well when she may not know the things that her father, you know, is going through while trying to provide for her. You know, I'm pretty sure there's probably been some nights where you've been, you know, down. You know, it's been a lot of highs. You know what I'm saying? But what can you give people that you know may have what advice can you give a male figure that possibly may have a kid at a early age and still trying to figure their life out? You know, what's the best advice that you can give to someone like that?
Um. Well, first of all, like I didn't at the time, like I didn't have a grasp for how young I actually was. Like you know,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of people, you know, 18, 19, 20, 21, like people think they grown. Like black men specifically,
Yeah.
I feel like we grown. You know, a lot of people ain't have their father in their house, so you know, to you, you've been a grown man for a long time, and
Yeah.
you're not.
Yep.
So, first of all, know that you don't know it all, and you don't got it all figured out. You know,
Yeah.
I would say because thinking that you know everything cause a lot of mistakes. You know,
For sure.
cause you to do a lot of things. For starters, and you know, do what you once you have a kid, bro. Like you gotta, it just ain't about you no more. Like
Yeah.
you know, sorry,
Sorry.
you know, you gotta make something shake, but you know, do it the right way, so you'll be around.
Yeah.
I know we both know what a lot of people turn to when situations get tough, but you know, it'd be a shame for you know your child to be 10 and you gone 10 years. You know, if you lucky. You know, so just you know now that's when you know if you want to get in the army, you know, go ahead.
Yeah.
You know, you know, just keep at it. You know, be respectful to everybody. when you have a baby with somebody and you not with that person, know that I think the biggest thing that I had to deal with was you are connected to a lot of other people when that happens. You know, it's a lot of aunties and uncles that you got to deal with now. Yeah. You know, not even in a negative sense, but you know,
it's just more parties.
It's a birthday party. Yeah, it's a birthday party. You know, it's gonna be events. You know, and you might not care to deal with a lot of people. Like it's a lot of factors in that, and you just have to stay solid.
No cap, man. Yeah. Appreciate that, man. I think that's huge because people don't, you know, again, you you deal with it. You know what I'm saying? You know what you think about. You know what keep you up at night. You know what thoughts run through your head as far as like being a provider, trying to make things happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people just, I think black men, we just don't really, obviously we're going to keep it to ourselves. We know what the mission is. We know what we got to do. But at the same time, that weighs a lot on your mental. Like it's hard to.
Yeah. It's time for you to go to bed, girl.
Hey, well, listen, man. I'm gonna let you go, man. I know I probably held you too long, but at the same time,
love, bro. This was good.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. But all I need is the last part, recommendations. I know you said Chandler, one of your homeboys, Chandler. Just
I got it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, just give me some of your recommendations that you got, and then once you say the recommendations, if you can send me like their IG or phone number, how they want to be contacted, I'm gonna reach out to them and set it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you 3 to pick from. Okay. I'm gonna give you Chandler Scott. He works IT as well though, okay. So maybe you don't want to do 2 IT people back to back. But Kevin Crawford, me and him he does an event that I assist with called Random Days in Columbia, and it's about Black people giving back and Black vendors, and something for our demographic, similar to like Black Expo, but a modern flip on it, a younger flip on it.
Okay.
And my LB Roderick Williams out in New York.
Okay.
And so those my 3 people. I'll send you those, and you can pick from that.
For sure, man. We'll get it done. Well, listen, man. Appreciate you. Have a good night, man. If there's anything that we can do on Big Boss Talk, whether it's a project coming out, whether you got something going on, just let me know, man. We want to have you back on the show so you can be able to, get your shine on, promote it. You always got a platform with us. Whatever you
appreciate
need,
that, man.
Just let me know, man. For sure.
The promo train coming, man. Greenhouse coming soon. Appreciate y'all.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, boss.
All right.